Hi, I'm Vicky Johnson. I'm head teacher at Monks Abbey Primary School. I've been at Monks Abbey for 14 years now, and for the last 5 years I've been involved with Kyra. I'm the lead for initial teacher training. So I think initially when we started out down the ITT route and training our own school direct students, we were really keen to create really high quality teachers coming into the system, particularly because in Lincolnshire there is a recruitment issue. And we were really clear actually from the outset that we didn't just want them to come in as teachers, that we were going to support them all the way through the journey. So as they developed, as they became leaders themselves, and that there was capacity within Kyra to do that. Over the last 5 years, that's really developed, particularly around ITT, and I think the quality of what we can deliver for our students, particularly around using the strengths of all of the schools that work with the skit that we're part of now, and the trainees being able to go and have bespoke training in the schools, involving the lecturers from the universities, but also seeing firsthand what that looks like practically in school, and also having training delivered by the SLEs in those schools. So that's had an incredible impact, and over the last 5 years our trainees have been very successful, number one, in getting jobs, and also the quality has improved year on year. I think for Monks Abbey, we've gained a great deal for our children by being part of a Teaching School Alliance, by being part of Kyra. The better prepared, the better collaboration amongst teachers, the better the quality of what the children receive in teaching and learning and the broader curriculum. I think one of our great successes has been taking the lead on the Kyra Kids Council, because that has allowed not just the staff of the schools to collaborate, but the children as well, and they got the opportunity to go into other schools and do learning walk and give feedback from a children's point of view, which has been incredibly powerful for a lot of schools. I think the flip side of that then for me in terms of staff is I've been very fortunate. I have really good staff, and actually I'd quite like to keep them. So I think what Kyra has allowed me to do as a leader is say to those staff, I can help you to develop whilst the children here at Monks Abbey still gain from you staying with us. But that's not to the point that those staff don't get to move on. So Simon, who was leading the Kids Council, has now gone on to headship, and other staff in school. We've got 4 SLEs in school. And they of course benefit not just from going delivering and supporting other schools, but of course, like anyone, it's a privilege to go to other schools. They bring things back from that. So you know, at all levels there's been benefit, but I think, you know, the most powerful thing for me about Kyra is our DNA, and the fact that we are working as a group of schools who genuinely are ambitious for our children, and that permeates through what we do. I think over the next 5 years, Kyra can only go from strength to strength. We've already got a Kyra East group who are operating really successfully. Kyra's been part of the Lincolnshire Teaching Schools Together group, and they've brought in £500,000 of funding to support school improvement. So you know, there's so much that can happen in the future. But I think as a group of schools working together, we are very good at being creative and helping each other to come up with ideas. And certainly the Kyra Kids Council came out of one of those collaborative meetings that we had about how could we not just have the adults in school working together, but the children as well. So there are enormous opportunities in the future for us to explore as many options as possible and be creative, so that we are finding the very best for our children, so that they're getting the very best education that they can. And I suppose I feel really strongly that education is not just the academic, and that is incredibly important, and I want the children to be literate and numerate. But it's about that broader curriculum and that love of learning that will take them on through their life and not just to the end of Key Stage 2.